today we'll be rating Ash's Battle Frontier performances from 1 to 10 and see if he earned all his wins or if they were a little fraudulent, ending with one of the most iconic battles in the show and starting with Noland, who runs the battle factory. And Noland's system is already unique compared to any of the gym battles because he has dozens of mons that the challenger gets to choose from to battle in a 1v1. I ain't gonna lie to you, you cannot give me that type of freedom because best believe I said he would have picked that sandy pangolin gremlin and been added there with a knowledge symbol in 30 seconds flat. What? Yes, I'd use my water starter, and yes, it'd have hydro cannon. We in post game, ain't we? But Ash has more shame than me and decided to not pick any of these mons, but instead a mon that Noland doesn't even technically own.
I want to battle with Articuno.
Yes, this brother casually just houses his Articuno friend that chills in his plane hangar, and Ash insisted that this was the opponent for him. So that's one half of the battle sorted, but it takes two to tango, and Ash, who are you bringing?
Heh, look behind you.
I mean, who else, you know? It just makes sense. And they get right to it the next morning. Now, the fact of the matter is that I have already talked about this battle in particular, and I may be in the business of yapping, but I ain't in the business of repeating myself. But in short, that battle was pretty even until Articuno revealed to have a devastating secret weapon. Water Pulse! Now, admittedly, it was just Water Pulse, but shit, looks like a Spirit Bomb, hits like a Spirit Bomb. The move on its own and combined with Ice Beam for combo attacks made it difficult for Charizard, but he also had a new move in his bag.
Overheat!
And after thawing the ice on his wing, grabbing a steel wing, and tossing my brother to the ground, shit was GG. Seismic toss never fails. The symbol was in the books. The battle was electric, there was amazing strategy. Ash upped the rent on himself by choosing to face Articuno. Only argument is he picked a tight matchup in his favor. 9 out of 10, Mickey, we don't need you. Now let's kick on with the next one. So Greta runs a dojo and her idols are these two gym leaders. And I'll tell you something right now for fucking free. Anyone who idolizes that brother 𝙏𝙖 who was a little too comfortable with his Machoke can just piss right off. Like Noland, she lets the challenger get involved with the format and Ash gets to spin the wheel to see how many Pokemon each trainer will use. Jeez Louise, a bunch of choose your own adventure merchants, bro. Is it y'all battle arenas or ours? Do your fucking job for once. So Ash rolls a 2v2 single battle that ends up being her Hariyama and Medicham versus his Grovyle and Snorlax. As for the first matchup here, Grovyle was about as useful as Goodra against Noland. I mean, honestly, he was cheeks. Ash tried all these cute little ninja moves, but at the end of the day, when the Sumo Slammer pulls up like, come here, you little green you really just gotta firm it. No matter how much speed he used, when that focus punch comes in for the fucking wallop, it's night-night. Overrated. Go pop a flower from a game, you sappy fucking lizard. So after they finally even out the weight classes a bit, we get an actual matchup. Jeez Louise, finna tell my kids this was 𝙏𝙖𝙥 versus 𝙄𝙖, and it was absolutely peak. Look at these heavyweights going at it. Snorlax was firming hit after hit till he decided to dodge a focus punch in time to shatter Hariyama's fist and gut him with an ice punch for the revenge kill knockout. Then Medicham came in and started giving Snorlax the business. I'm talking dodging Hyper Beams, doing a spin like get your fat ass on the ground. Team Rocket also pulled up, but you know how that went. Anyways, he froze him, walloped him with focus punches as he was resting, dodged the Hyper Beam just to punch him up again, that gave him the 10-piece McFlirt. But the most dangerous opponent in life is an agile fatty, because he was firming the hits, dodging the knees, and we know how them ones go, and it just took one belly flop slam to turn him to a pancake. Holy, Grovyle and Snorlax moving like the greatest Lakers duo of all time. Not much to say, to be honest. Snorlax, enough said. 9 out of 10. As for Mickey, absolutely. Up. Don't get greedy now. I gave him the 9. But brother, I counted at least 45 focus punches. No hyperbole. There ain't a normal type under the sun that confirmed that.
Weazy, 𝙖𝙖 and Zorua.
Cool it, fam. Before I put a knuckle sandwich to your dome. And speaking of domes, and off the name alone, I will say I am extremely intrigued. So Tucker is the rock star, idol, celebrity of the battle frontier. Think Jackson Wang meets the Sugar Plum Fairy. And every battle in the dome is treated like a full-on World Cup final. And you know what is a major sporting event without the press conferences? Yeah, Ash, as a reigning quarterfinalist in the recent Johto Silver League, we gotta ask, how does the battle dome rank among the biggest stages you've ever battled in?
You heard that, May? I'm a finalist.
If you don't like your dumbass said, we in public.
Sorry, this stage is up there.
Over here, Ash. Reporter Gerald from the Marvel Times. What is your strategy to deal with a trainer as talented as Tucker?
Who's Tucker?
Yeah, like the lack of professionalism is just pissing me off. Put a couple of lights and cameras in front of the guy and he forgets where he is in the food chain. You got Tucker over here getting Team Rocket to handle his hair and makeup, and you still wearing that dusty ass hat from '96. But the difference in their motion was about to become obvious. In one corner, starting at 4'7", on Orange League champion and 3-time regional playoff participant, the brainless, the bold, the brave, the pupil from Pallet Town, Ash Ketchum.
Woo! Yeah, Ash.
That did the other corner. Standing at 6 foot. The greatest display of talent 𝙏𝙖 has ever seen. Tucker.
Then the brother flies in like Batman.
Talking about some. Hey ladies.
By the Stevens.
Calm down ladies, y'all are making me sweat. At this rate I might have to ditch the shirt.
Dreamboat, so
God, I just hate it when you're in public and people won't stop obsessively screaming your name. So Tucker operates in double battles and his two mons were, oh you know, just 𝙏𝙗 and Swampert. And Ash responds with Corphish and Swallow. This is actually the only Pokemon episode I have vivid memories of where I was when I watched it for the first time. At my babysitter's crib explaining to her kids that statistically speaking, this brother had no chance. And to start, I was being proven completely right. Swallow came in with a quick attack on Swampert, but 𝙏𝙗 jumped off Swampert's back to extreme speed it right in the gut. And when Corphish tried to bubble beam 𝙏𝙗, Swampert would block it with Protect. I said, see? Tucker really got an answer for everything. Vice Grip, he got Dynamic Punch. Peck, he got Flamethrower. Double Team, Fire Blast wiped him.
And then this sick pixie does something diabolical.
He says, Swampert, it's time for my ultimate move. Collect the moisture from the air for my ultimate water attack.
And look at the fangirls again.
It's probably their sweat and tears adding to the moisture, you sick bastard. And I'm thinking, hold on, you're having 𝙏𝙗 protect Swampert to charge up a special attack. Brother, is that a Spirit Bomb?
Water Pulse!
They play too damn much with these water type moves, bro. This don't even look like the last one. And how am I supposed to tell people that none of these moves are above 60 damage? Who fucking cares, because this water cyclone was strong enough already to have both of them spinning like crazy. But then he adds 𝙏𝙗's Fire Blast to it, create this Typhoon. Bluey Red Typhoon fusion. Really, Tucker? Not gonna lie, this should have been done right there and then. But I remember this fight for what Ash did after. First off, Corphish started moving like Natsu versus the Twin Dragons with the 2v1. Cause he seen a Water Gun and Fire Blast come to him and diluted them both with a Bubble Beam. And this shifted all the momentum. Ash was able to maneuver his Swallow to get both the opponents to collide. Corphish then Bubble Beams another Fire Blast to create some extreme fog. And then this is where the magic happens. Corphish hops on Swallow, they fly at them through the fog, dodge the retaliation at the last second, then spin back with Crab Hammer and Aerial Ace for the knockout. Come on! Brother, I got out of my seat like, holy, look at the stands, bro. Silent. Good luck making that Water Pulse now, Tucker. It's looking mad dry in here. But of course, you have to farm the last bit of aura from the match.
Where's my symbol?
Check your hat, kid. Alright, bro, enough! My favorite battle in the show, very elite tactics, comeback story, but Ash only really got off one hit, you know, a little bit suspect. 9.5 out of 10, not Mickey enough to add another body part. Now, slithering on to the next one. Pike Queen Lucy has a trait that not only makes her different from any other Frontier Brain, but any other character in general. And it all has to do with Brock. Let me explain. So the battle Pike is actually closed, and Ash got finessed by Team Rocket into giving up Pikachu to Jessie in a fake Lucy disguise. Actually, one of their better ones to be fair. But meanwhile, after Brock and the rest of them get ganked by Lucy's bootlicking sisters, we get this exchange. Hey guys, why don't we calm down and figure out where Ash is? Then he'll be able to battle Lucy.
Who's Lucy?
That's Queen Lucy to you, bitch! Then the fucking totally spies pull up to defend their queen.
Barbara, stop acting like a child.
Lucy, you're the most stunning woman I've ever seen in my life. I'm thinking, here we go again. Brock with his 300th air ball in a row. But for the first time ever,
Is she blushing?
hold on then, Brock, let me find out. And then later, after Lucy steps in to save Pikachu from Team Rocket through a Seviper diff, we see this. Where was I? Ash, meet Pike Queen Lucy.
Nice to meet you. I was hoping to battle you, Lucy.
Queen Lucy! Sorry, Ash, but you'll have to wait until tomorrow. It's closed today. But then Lucy blushes and goes, wait a second, the battle Pike is always open for good friends. Nah! Oh my god! Green! We did it! So Lucy runs a 2v2 and starts with her Seviper, and Ash replied with Dawnfang. Fantastic choice, and for once, Ash actually came out strong. Seviper had a few tricks up its sleeve, you know, it was pretty fast, it blocked the Hyper Beam with a Water Splash and such, it even revealed to no
Flamethrower!
Alright, bro, no way this is legit. Oh, okay, alright, my fault, it can learn it. So what's your excuse then? That being said, couldn't gas it for too long because Dawnfang's gone for a rollout. Seviper spams that Flamethrower again, but all it really does is turn him from a rolling elephant to a flaming rolling elephant. And after ricocheting off a rock into a flying flaming takedown, the Seviper was slain. Lucy, it's okay, you still got this. I believe in you. Nah, it really be your own man's though. Lucy then sends out Milotic, which instantly gets a revenge kill with Hydro Pump. No surprises there. And we get Pikachu out. We've seen this one before. And I'm keeping it a stack, this one was way worse than Juan's. She did have her moments though. Iron Tail was stronger than Pikachu's. And after she tanked the Bolt Tackle and got paralyzed, it ended up using
Facade!
which does double the damage when you have a status condition. Yeah, a bit of a Pokemon expert over here, what can I say? Anyways, it became time for Ash to do some Ash shit, and he goes,
Pikachu, use Thunderbolt on yourself.
alright. So then Milotic launches a Twister, Pikachu used Thunderbolt to enter inside the Twister, he corkscrewed himself into another Volt Tackle for a power boosted attack, and bada bing, bada boom. I mean, shit, cool final move, but her mascot, like the literal mon that the arena got constructed from, got dealt with a little too easily. We've seen Pikachu versus Milotic before, and this one was worse. T-Bolt on himself is a little bit suspect, but Brock canonically finally pulled some shit. I'm feeling a slight 4 out of 10, no Mickey. And while the romance was positive here, the next brain surrounds a bit of a hopeless romantic, Sceptile. You see, Sceptile's been in a bit of a dip at this point. He had that Hall of Fame stinker against Hariyama, and soon after had the whole saga with Meganium. And now at present day, he's still so heartbroken that he can't use a move. But to be fair to him, he was taking it pretty well. Who are we kidding, bruh? Let me set the stakes for you. Ash and Sceptile lost in a forest alone, separated from even Pikachu. They're wandering around for an exit but hit a dead end, and on their tail had been a swarm of angry Beedrill protecting their kids as it's Kakuna metamorphosis season. Ash literally has to equip some dead stick and starts whacking it around, and it looks like it's now or never for Sceptile to lock back in. He steps in front, the pressure's on. Brother, I'ma just say it. The Magusi can't be that crazy. I mean, come on, man. We talking life or death right now. Can't let out like a 1-2 bullet seed. And this finally brings us to Spenser. This bald goat pulls up on his Venusaur, who releases some soothing spores, and calmly Beedrill whispered them to piss off. Shit, Gandhi, you really the one. But Sceptile is still disarmed until finally the situation became drastic enough. Bloodlust Beedrill ain't cut it, but one thing did. Team Rocket snatching him and Pikachu the little scruffs. Ash breaking the Olympic high jump record like fucking hell. And after he started falling to his death, my guy finally escaped the green bunny mind control, leaf bladed out, dove down with quick attack, and bullet seeded to cushion the fall. Getting over his shorty plus a quick heal bell from Spenser's Chansey, and my guy was good as new. Go on then, get the straw in your mouth, you fucking Romeo. The next morning his 3v3 with Spenser began, and Sceptile got thrusted right into the limelight against Shifter. Now Spenser is all spiritual, so he was like, we should battle outside, little ketchup packet. And the battle arena wasn't just this rectangle. The entire jungle was fair game, so they don't even spend a second at the arena before Shifter darts into the jungle, and the two of them use those grassy instincts to jump around and attack each other evenly. Shifter seems to gain the upper hand with a devastating shadow ball into a rock smash by this waterfall, until I see something that dropped my jaw to the floor. Sceptile was not under the rubble. He was on top of the waterfall, coming down with Pound! Nah, fuck off!
Do you want to see what move bro was working on? The man was perfecting Pound.
Nah, I'm not gonna lie, I actually apologize. That's one! Next up was Venusaur, and Ash switches to Heracross and... oh my god, bruh. Did he cross strikes again? I'm getting tired of this, brother. We know how this man would harass Bulbasaur. He thought he hit the motherfucking jackpot with Venusaur.
If I were Heracross, why, I'd probably do exactly the same thing.
Hey, call the authorities, bruh. And what makes it worse is even though he sucked up all that Vena juice, it still wasn't enough. Sure, he landed some horn attacks and mega horns, but Venusaur just hit some photosynthesis, and you already know that Sun Quick and Solar Beam goes crazy. Type chart, never met him. Horn Beetle to Dung Beetle, you shitter. Spenser then invites Ash to take some time to rest and eat some berries. See, that's that old man wisdom. Ash ain't ever gonna deny some food. Wake up, brother, that Venusaur is healing. Dumb decision, but he rebounded with some quick wit and had Swallow force Venusaur and Spenser to follow them towards the beach, dodging everything that was thrown at them. He hits him with a craft double team into a quick attack, and luckily, thanks to the sun fading, Solar Beam took too long to launch, leaving Swallow able to aerial ace him into the knockout. Claydol then came out and absolutely toyed with him, teleported to dodge, rapid spun at him, and then double-fisted Hyper Beam to revenge knock out the bird, meaning it was up to Sceptile to finish the job. Sceptile dodges the side beam to begin, and Claydol dodges himself before rapid spinning. Sceptile's able to back up onto this cliff, and some rain starts falling. Claydol then uses the rain along with the sand to hit a dirty rapid spin, and Sceptile gets caught inside. And while in there, Claydol hits another side beam while spinning around. The sun then starts shining, and Sceptile hits a Solar Beam. He jumps up to dodge a Hyper Beam and blasts it for the kill. Absolute cinema. Sceptile got over his crush. Ash handled the unique battle arena perfectly. Overall, very solid. 8 out of 10, not Mickey. And I wish I could say the same about the next one, but oh ho ho ho. So Anabel's a little different type of trainer in that she is a Pokemon whisperer. She's been on this shit since before Diantha existed. Her intro to us is actually saving Ash and Pikachu from an angry Beedrill, and imagine, they're just chilling, haven't even gotten her name yet. Fucking Gyarados just jumps out the water and charges towards them for no reason. Luckily, Gyarados, slow your ass down. You doing all this extra shit for what? Like we don't got a Pikachu that'll zap your shit senseless if you don't tee up. Look at him! Wagging his tail like a puppy. Fake demons, bro. She got him all shy. Whole time he just had a Splinter. And now look at him! Cheesing like shit.
A human that can speak Pokemon. What a freak.
So Ash and Anabel then do a little bit of bonding. Nothing like scrapping Team Rocket to bring some people together. And there was also this bit where Ash learned a fun fact about Anabel. Alright, should probably change now. That Gyarados got my clothes all soaked.
Yeah, May, you perv. Let my broski change.
Actually, Ash, it's you and Brock I'm talking about. I'm actually a girl.
Pikachu.
Come on, gang. So the battle starts, and after some insightful commentary from Brock,
It's a water type against a psychic type.
𝙏𝙥 absolutely put bro in a seafood boil. Corphish couldn't even land a hit on my man, but through psychics, focus punches, and side beams, my guy was cooked. Tauros then came out and hold on, cause I ain't seen bro since the Drake battle. And I knew that shit was a fluke, cause this man went for 2 takedowns, but 𝙏𝙥 hit him with the same 3-piece combo. Psychic, focus punch, side beam, wagyu, brother. Leaving it to a 1v3 for the rat. And I'm thinking, low-key, if anyone can do it, it's gotta be this brother. And honestly, I would have been convinced if this spoony mustache bastard didn't just eat a thunderbolt like it was some fucking carpet static. So what's gone on there then? And reveal its 4th move.
Recover.
They then approach each other and parry with focus punch and Iron Tail. Then 𝙏𝙥 overpowers him with a side beam. And Ash realizes this 𝙏𝙥 has been here far too long and goes for the big swing with Volt Tackle. The only problem is that side beam gave him levels of CTE that he started Volt Tackling towards the wall. Ash, being the guy he is, steps in and hugs it. I'm thinking, alright, Luffy, didn't know you were the rubber man. Give the heart of the cards tactic a rest for once. And after that type of hero display, you know momentum's on your side. So through simply thunderbolting harder than 𝙏𝙥 side beamed, David Blaine was finally dealt with. Alright, 1 down, 2 to go. What we got next? Yeah, so Pikachu lost this fight. Matter of fact, other than this quick attack against his iron defense, it wasn't looking good, brev. That meteor mash to the gut into a hyper beam against your Volt Tackle, like, yeah, brother, let's fucking get back to the drawing board, shall we? And he decided to draw up some team bonding. Some running, some synchronized attacks, some more avoiding of B-drill. God, his face just pisses me off. Look at him when he gets stung. At your big size. The brother even tried doing Anabel's telepathy thing.
Use harden. Harden. Harden.
Yeah, brother, hold your horses. You mean to tell me you trying to tell your Pokemon to harden telepathically? You are a freaky ass frog, my friend. And speaking of friends, it seems as though the gang has noticed that Ash may have made a new one. And somehow all this BS was enough for him to miraculously feel ready to battle again. So the matchups start the same, but the results were anything but. They clash with their physical attacks, then their specials, but then something happens that sounded the Mickey alarms. 𝙏𝙥 hits Corphish with a side beam and confuses him. Corphish bypasses it and hits a crab hammer. No problems here. We've all gotten lucky with confusion before. This is the issue.
Corphish, return! Now, Corphish, come out and do Bubble Beam!
Yeah, nigga, this gotta be a yellow. I'm sorry. It's true switching your mons cures the confusion, but you can't just send out the same fucking mon, bro. So when Kadabro's making your Pikachu do the Dougie back against Sabrina, you thought to yourself, nah, he'll be alright. I'm noting this shit down, fam. Anyways, Corphish deals with it, and Metagross then comes out, hits him with the revenge kill, and we're even here at 1-1. Tauros then comes out, and this was just a battle of meatheads. Quite below Metagross' standards, I gotta say. I mean, as a steel type, how can you allow this cow to launch you this high into the air like you're a damn soda can? Then later, they collide with Meteor Mash and Takedown, and by some grace of the Arceuses, we get a double knockout. Genuinely might be more impressive than his Drake performance. Nah, I'm just playing. Where was the fissure at, my guy? And where the hell is your subscribe status? Give it a little headbutt for Tauros. Come on, come on. So we got to the finale now with Pikachu and Anabel's revealed ace, which was Espeon. And allow me to show you the mental warfare Anabel executed on this man. Pikachu quick attack, Espeon quick attack better. Pikachu Iron Tails, Espeon Iron Tails better. Fair play, it's an ace, you know, not abnormal moves either. But then Pikachu Thunderbolt, and I'm thinking, I'd piss off if you could mimic that.
Espeon, Zap Cannon!
Yeah, like you see them ones there, you just gotta firm. Cause how are you getting out electricity by a mind-reading cat? Not even a fluffy one either, bro. It's one of them dead Sphinx cats as well, man. Lock in. So Ash obviously wasn't about to get mogged like this twice in a row, so he just went trigger happy. After Pikachu got psychicked up onto the light, the guy got him to T-Bolt to turn them shits off, and then blast an attack at him in the dark. Like, come on, bro. We know this ain't part of the arena. He then dodged around from Zap Cannons, causing mad property damage, and kept striking from the shadows. The lights eventually came back on, causing him to close in for a final Volt Tackle. Anabel tries it and responds with another Zap Cannon, but the lights were too bright. That miss is probably the only accurate thing about this battle so far. And bada bing, bada boom, knocked. Took 2 tries, pretty strong performance. Corfish cheated, like let's call a spade a spade. Turning off the lights was also low-key another yellow. I'm feeling a calm 6 with unfortunately some Mickey. And the only saving grace was this. After Ash daps her up and walks off, Anabel goes,
Guess you can't sense feelings yet, Ash. Or you would have sensed my feelings for you.
nah, hold on! 2-man incoming? Fuck it, I'll chaperone. Meet me out the gotcha with the hors d'oeuvres. Now you just gotta make sure you spin back after your face. Now we got the grand finales. Brandon at the battle pyramid. Agency. Anyways, the first match. We know what happened here in detail, but to put it simply, Yami Ash, the ranged tactics, got battered. 1-0 to Brandon. Y'all might give him a pass because he was possessed, but I sure won't because he wouldn't have won that shit anyways. Let's keep it a beat. That being said, he didn't train for a single second en route to the rematch. Thought he could do a little Eden Hazard thing. Let's see what you're really on, bro. Only bit he did practice was when this nurse droid pulled up on them and offered a quick scrap with their chancey. I'm not gonna lie, I respect it. I definitely used these tactics before to gain XP. You know. This chancey was on something different though. The way she dealt with Corfish was actually astonishing. Imagine the scenes when your nurse punches you up like this and solar beams your water type into next week, leaving you absolutely destroyed just to immediately put him on a stretcher to give medical attention. Even the gang was like, you know you're not ready, right? You just lost to a chancey, Ash. Not even a blissy. You know Brandon's got Reggies, right? I get it! Fucking hell, all these voices in his head got him doing the schizo 2-step. Brandon actually even told Ash that the battle would be a 1v1 versus Registeel, which gave him enough time to grab someone from Oak. And of course he picks... Like, someone gotta sort out this man's sick obsession with this, bro. He's just not that guy. I don't know if he thinks he's on some Master 𝙏𝙖 vibe. He's not the one, bro. Just give Diddy Cross another chance at that point. But I'm not gonna lie, I was quickly proven wrong. As per usual, things started out even at first. But when Registeel hits that classic lock on into Zap Cannon, it was time to reevaluate. But Ash pulled off a serious maneuver. He body slams into a Registeel metal claw and transfers some of that paralysis onto him. And even after he gets knocked towards the wall, he simply bounces off and body slams into him again. And while Registeel is just standing there, 𝙏𝙖 launches a heat wave. Hold on, man. He might be that guy. But let's be real. Could this man really win the whole battle frontier with 𝙏𝙖 as the hero? Of course not. Like, why did my guy just brush that shit back like that? 2 of them then slammed Sandstorm and Heat Wave that 𝙏𝙖 barely dodges. Registeel then behind the tornado sends a Zap Cannon, but Ash has him dodge it and jump into that tornado and use the momentum to spin and body slam onto Registeel. Then Registeel locks on, sends that Zap Cannon into the air, and it lands right onto him. This is some BS, bro. How do you even know when a Reggie is knocked? So then Ash has no choice but to collect himself and goes all in on a full mental reset. Oak pulls up on him with a beautiful poster with all his Mon's handprints, as well as some souvenirs from his old friends. All this helps him realize that
I gotta get back to my roots.
And immediately makes a few calls to bring in the only Mons that it makes sense. This is the type of shit that makes you smile, man. Nice, man. He then goes on a forest excursion to do some team building. They collected some logs, collected some leaves, created a bed. You know, there ended up being a little trouble in paradise here and there, but they came together in the end. But after all the kings were sorted and they got their campfire running, they sat around and reminisced on everything. Pikachu with the Spearow, Bulbasaur with his village, Charmander abandoned on the rock, Squirtle the firefighter. Super wholesome vibes overall. Exactly what you want to see, man. Even Thor to Team Rocket for old time's sake. Brandon ends up viewing that masterclass and suggests a 4v4 to see what Ash can do with his OGs. Shit, this gotta be the greatest 3-man reunion since Love Handle, so let's get to it. So Brandon decided to chill on the Reggies and only bring one, and instead starts off with Dusclops. And off rip, I had to pause and pace around, cause I know what Dusclopses are about. These mons are good for fucking nothing but trolling. Cause what do you mean a Will-O-Wisp is going even with a flamethrower? And it was clear that the lights were too damn bright for Ash. Peep how he gets done here. First of all, he gets hit with Mean Look, which is already like, why the fuck is this ghosty creep trapping me? Then Dusclop hugged the Steel Wing, like literally hugged it, then confused Ray. And that shit just left Ash in shambles.
Return!
Brother, this is looking sad. But that's how I know Anabel made that phone call and warned him of them slimy tactics. And now the whole arena is shambolic. Brock's hopelessly trying to hit the 1-man, 2-man. Charizard looks like he just smoked a rare candy, but no one's lost their head more than Ash. After this man hits his Talk No Jutsu to get Charizard to lock in, he gets momentum back on his side just to lose it again. Cause he gets Charizard to Steel Wing uppercut, Dusclops into the sky, and that's where he choked it.
Alright, seismic toss!
Now I've been saying that this move is the GOAT, but brother,
Now what? You were great, Charizard.
You weren't! So then Bulbasaur comes out and it starts off pretty similar. Dusclops hits that mean look, but this time Ash decided to fight Stall with Stall and launched a Leech Seed. They go back and forth a bit, but when Dusclops landed another Confused Ray, shit was looking techie. This man was launching solar beams into the sky, vine whipping himself, a sad sight to see. But when in doubt, just hit a quick Nostalgia Farm and we back in business. From there, you just have to charge up that solar beam, dodge one more Will-O-Wisp, launch that shit, and we even at one apiece. Both of them recall their mons at this point and send out Squirtle and Ninjask. I never really had a favorite starter from Gen 1, but not gonna lie, it might have to be Squirtle. Someone about that ball dome, bro, I don't know. This matchup was pretty even the whole way through, but one thing did make me question things. Squirtle got sand in his eyes from a sandstorm, and Ninjask was coming in for an aerial ace, so Ash told him to listen for where he was coming from and react. So the camera zooms in on him, but where are his ears? Anyways, he jumps up to dodge and wipes the sand out of his eyes with Hydro Pump before slamming his head into Ninjask with Skull Bash for the win. Y'all already know how Revenge goes in this shit, so I'm gonna keep it short. That man rapid spun towards Solrock, got left wriggling around on his shell like a dickhead, then caught a 2-piece solar beam to that shiny ass dome. So Bulbasaur had to come out again, and this matchup forced me to put some more respect on his name. The man hugged super effective Psychics and Psywaves until both of them decided to fire their own solar beams, leading to a double knockout, which sets the stage for the final matchup of the battle and the frontier. They both flex their moves a bit with Thunderbolt and Blizzard, but neither do much. Pikachu then goes for super effective Iron Tail, but Reggie starts ice beaming the ground to give him that home court advantage. He starts skating around like Connor McDavid, but Pikachu's trying to avoid the ice as much as possible. But Regice ain't a legendary for no reason. The man summoned ice pillars from the ground, trapping Pikachu, leaving him open for a finisher. But nah, Brandon don't move like that.
Now rest.
The man is looking for that slow, painful death. Pikachu's able to get out and tries to jump him while he's resting, but Regice simply wakes up and takes it one step further by putting him in the ice. And for the 4th time this battle, Ash spams that Nostalgia Farm. And for the 4th time this battle, it works again. Regice ain't going for it and slams him with a focus punch that pinballs him across the arena. But this meathead simply said, Brandon tries to recycle that rest tactic, and Ash decided it's time to end this shit for good and goes for the ult, Volt Tackle. And you already know, speeding down the ice, dodging the ice beam, and slamming his snowman into the wall. Game, set, fucking match. Good end to the battle frontier. Pikachu and Bulbasaur went crazy. Was moving a little nervy to start. Brandon clearly ain't know how to drive Regice like that yet, and it took 3 tries. 7 out of 10, not Mickey though. And for rejecting the Battle Frontier Brain offer, not gonna lie, that's Aura. So that's bonus points in my books. And bang! Battle Frontier battles rated. Now it's actually time for Sinnoh. Let me know if y'all agree down below. And as always, I'ma catch y'all very, very, very soon.